Oh my
Hey,
God.
girl. Well, I guess before we get carried away, let's do our intro. Ready?
Oh, you're so cute. Oh, look at those eyes.
All right. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to our channel. We're continuing with our 30 Days of Williams Syndrome when we do interviews with people that we can get hooked into doing interviews with us for this month. So make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more of our content, and check out our website, which is what?
The Birch Family.
The Birch Family LLC.com to get one of y'all t-shirts for the month of May, which is limited edition.
Yeah.
Just for this May.
Uh-huh.
And we are interviewing you guys today. And we're so excited. So, like we were discussing before, we started following y'all when she was a year old. I guess I'll let you introduce yourself. Sorry, I'm getting too excited.
What's your name?
Abby.
Johanna. What's my name?
Delia.
Delia. Yes.
Delia. Oh, good job. Oh, my goodness.
Mhm.
So we've been following you since you were like a little baby. And you're like so grown. It makes me feel old. And it's like kind of weird that I guess I've never met y'all other than online, and I follow you. So
But it's like, you know, but you don't. Yes.
I don't feel like I've watched her grow up. You so
That's what
cute,
he said.
girl.
How old are you? How old are you?
Um,
Are you counting them out?
1, 2, 3.
3. Good job. As we've got 4 fingers up.
Wow. I know my daughter, she's 2, and when I ask her how old she is, she's like 2. I'm like, oh, okay. Right, cool.
3.
3.
Yeah.
That's such a
3.
big number.
Oh, we're almost there. There we go. 1, 2, 3.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and Johanna.
And Johanna, yeah. So we live in Wisconsin. Johanna. Yes. Miss Joe. That's really what she goes by. Right? Or JoJo.
that's
Everybody
cute.
at school. Yeah. Yeah, we live in Wisconsin. We are a family of 4.
I'm just 1.
No, you're not just 1, honey. That is 1 finger. Yeah. And what do you do every day? What do you do?
I don't know. I'm too tired of things.
You
You
play
don't
tiles
know?
sometimes?
And you cook. And I see you play with your little sister.
Mm-hmm. What do you like to make in the kitchen?
I like to make dinner and sort it up and make some
Ooh.
pasta cake. So, base to do.
Her favorite
so
thing is to help
impressive.
make salads.
Alexandra doesn't even do that.
Yeah, you like to help make salads so that you can eat all the croutons.
I like croutons too.
Yeah, it's the only part of salad Alexandra will ever eat. Is the croutons.
Yeah.
And how old was
They've
she
got
when she
that
was
in
diagnosed with Williams syndrome?
I'm still confident.
She does like croutons. I know. That's crazy, huh? That's your favorite part. Johanna was 10 months old when she was diagnosed with Williams. So it started with
And how did y'all come?
it started with following up on some heart stenosis that didn't really get better. And then that prompted additional checks because of what the stenosis was. But it was like, these are pretty specific. And so they wanted to look further. And then she ended up needing open heart surgery right before her first birthday. So we got the diagnosis just a little bit before that.
Yeah. And what were your emotions kind of surrounding that when y'all found out?
It was a lot, I guess. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe still something that like hasn't fully processed just because it was so much all at once. That it was more like you just like go through every day. Like, I'm going to get through today and then we'll get through tomorrow. Just because it was like with the diagnosis and the surgery and and everything. So it was kind of a lot, but she crushed it. Right, didn't you? You did so great.
And you crushed
And
it.
your heart has been awesome since. We got to go see the heart doctor recently, and you did super good, right? Remember they looked at your heart?
And then you do my ear.
And we look at your ears sometimes. Yeah, we practice playing doctor. What else do we look at? Your teeth. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We take your temperature. Mhm. Yeah, the doctors are not ideal, so we do what we can, right? We can better.
I'm good doctor.
Alexander,
You do want to go to
I
the
don't know,
doctor.
because Alexander still doesn't like going to the doctor.
I like to go to doctor.
Girl,
Are you
that
sure?
scared me
Yeah.
too.
I like to go to doctor.
At least you could stick with it at the end, right?
To clarify, our doctors are great.
I will
but
say,
visiting is not ideal for Johanna. She's not a fan.
I'm a
Yeah,
fan
I don't know if they ought to
Yeah.
say that because she doesn't either.
too.
I will say though,
Oh, yeah.
out of all the people we know with WIM syndrome that are younger, she communicates very well. Like she talks very well.
Johanna?
So y'all have done it. Yes.
Yeah, I know. I'm Delia. You're Johanna. Yes. Yeah, I think that a lot of that is, a lot of it I think has become from daycare. Like I credit a lot of her success with her going to school. We call it school every day. So like when she starts school, then she'll be like ready for that. But just being around other peers and other people, I think really has helped her communication.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. And then they're already, social as it is, so I'm sure she really likes that.
Yeah.
Has she met any other children with Williams syndrome yet?
She has. We've done a couple like family events in Wisconsin, but I don't know that it really resonated necessarily, and it's not something that we've even really talked about with her. So I think just because where her age is at in her development, that it doesn't really seem important right now, if that makes sense.
No, I totally,
not that she doesn't know, but she's very much like with her peers right now, which is amazing.
Yeah.
To Victoria.
I will say, like Alex. With Alexandra, I mean, she never really knew she was different when all the kids were younger and around the same age. And we
for sure.
We kind of did the same thing. There was no point in like telling her, well, when she got a little older, and kids started to mature, I think that's kind of when you kind of had to talk about that. But she was much older, maybe like 10.
Right.
It was something like when kids kind of wanted interest in like, I don't know, makeup and like boys, and she was just like, what is going on? And yeah. So anyway, I know we totally get that.
Yeah. I mean, someday I'm sure it'll be there, and that's okay. But
no, that's totally fine. So what? How does she feel about having a little sister?
I do.
Johanna, do you like your little sissy? You like her? Is she your best friend?
Mm-hmm.
She always said, she's my best ever.
So cute.
We definitely had like
so much
reservation about, having a second, just not sure what life would be, which I mean, if any parent with going on from 1 to 2, but the bond and her love and compassion is just the cutest thing ever. It just melts my heart every day. She's so sweet with her. Right. You love your sissy.
I know. My heart just melted just right now. That was the most precious thing I've ever seen.
You love your sissy?
So Jules, I know y'all call her Jules for short. Is that correct?
Yeah.
She does, like when she has tantrums, as children do, does it ever hurt her ears? Or does she have, like, I have a toddler who's 2, and Alexander has to walk away sometimes due to the sensitivity. So I didn't know, like, how that works in y'all's household.
Yeah, not really. So Early on, Johanna definitely showed a little sensitivity to certain things.
Yeah.
Johanna, right. We're talking about your ears. Are you good at listening? Yeah. Do you hear a lot of things?
Yeah.
Yeah. We have very good hearing, I will
Yeah.
say. And there are times that she acts sensitive, but we definitely try to do our best to not like over cater to it. Like explain things are loud, it's okay, and like let's just listen for a minute and see if we're okay in the moment. And that's been really helpful. It took us a little bit to kind of get to that point, but she's been doing really great with it. Like in general, I don't think she has
Amazing.
too much sensitivity with hearing.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure. And
Right.
so when y'all found out that she had Williams syndrome, what was the best resource that you found to kind of help y'all through? Like, was it through the Williams Syndrome Association? Was it something that you Googled and found on your own? I mean, what do you think is the
Probably
most helpful advice for someone out there?
we had Birth to 3 as a available option in our county. So with both of us working full time, they came to the house, physical therapy, speech therapy, and OT as well.
Yeah.
So having the
That's
evaluations and
incredible.
having the
They came
visit
to your
in
house.
home. Yep. So that we had them for a year and a half, and it really was upsetting that we had to say goodbye to them when she turned 3. But now we have the service called CLTS, which can help cost share for therapy and other activities that we think could benefit her. So we have her set up for equine therapy this summer, or actually this early fall. She'll be doing horse therapy, building a bond with a large animal like that, and building core strength, riding in the saddle.
Yeah.
She loves animals. And
That is incredible.
that was a good fit for her. We're really looking forward to that one.
I think also
Me too.
Are you tickling? I will say, I think also outside of like therapy resources, connecting with other families on Instagram and just being like, hi, how was your life? Like, and just like reaching out to people who are literally going through or have gone through what we were experiencing was super helpful. And then finding like the Facebook group page too. Googling just gets to be a little like doom scrolling.